Mason playoff game between Mason and Little Miami. Sorry for technical difficulties. I'm Lucas Clemar, joined by Luke Thomas. Mason has a 4-1 lead already with 10 minutes in this game. And another draw as Mason takes possession again. Mason down the right side here. Here's Lauren Stone, the junior, I believe, on the right side. Gives it back to Olivia Oler. She doesn't allow the ball. Out to Ashton Lockhart. Mason very, very patient with their possession right now, trying to find an open shot. Good pass inside. Shot, and it's 5-1. That's Olivia Oler again, I believe.
Mason goal, number 48, Olivia Oler.
Something Mason really does well, I think, is cutting through the middle. I see a lot of give-and-go cuts, and eventually they're going to lay off, which is happening right now, 5-1.
Yeah, they've been very successful in offensive end already. 5 goals already.
You can kind of see the mentality and hustle rate from Mason, too, winning, I believe, the last 4 or 5 last draws. So it really kind of comes down to this point right here.
Yeah. Mason made a couple substitutions as well. Olivia Oler, Ashton Lockhart, looks like Claire Davis as well have all checked out. Looks like Katie Beerrold, the sophomore, is checked in. That was the 6th draw of the game. Mason wins possession once again. That's Josie Young, the junior, as she still has the ball, cradles in the middle. Make that 6-1.
If Little Miami wants to stay at least a little bit in the game, they're going to have to cover that middle spot. It seems that every goal, maybe except for one, came off of those cuts and leave them wide open in the middle.
That was Lila Glitsky, the sophomore.
I mean, who knows? I think we'll see a couple of players this game who haven't really reached the field at some time this season.
Yep. That was their 2nd goal of the game already. Mason have a 5-goal lead. That on the draw right there is
yet another win from the Comets.
Yeah, that's Josie Young once again. Loses possession there as Little Miami looks in the counter.
You seem to hang on to that ball.
That's dropped by number 10 for Little Miami. That's Lauren Stone now at the right side.
Little Miami doing a little better coverage in the middle. Seemed to double team the players.
Yeah, it was really good coverage there. Mason was looking for an option to pass. And the ref will blow for a stoppage here. Looks like it will be Mason ball. Mason will get a shot here. An 8-meter arc. She passes it. Good save. It's built. And she couldn't put it back in. I believe that was number 6 from Mason.
Beautiful save.
Ashton Lockhart was able to put that back in. Mason still has possession. Lauren Stone back in the X. Loses possession there. Little Miami takes control. Mason trying to win it back, and a call. Looks like a foul's called from number 6. So Little Miami take control. It's number 21 for Little Miami. Ref says a push on number 2 for Mason. That's Zoe Crow, the senior. Taken away. Mason regaining possession. Number 14 was the one who was able to take it away. Still, no one coming up to challenge her. She passes it to the X. Open shot. Make that 7-1. Ashton Lockhart again. What a game she's having, the junior.
Goal, number 6, Ashton Lockhart.
And that's just amazing stuff there from Mason.
Good defensive effort. Little Miami able to get the ball, but Mason able to steal it back and eventually get another goal out of it.
Yeah, it's been a woeful start for Little Miami this game, Luke, hasn't it?
I mean, honestly, you'd think it was going to be a bit of a decent game when the score was at 3-1 at one point.
Yeah, 2-12 on the season for Little Miami. Hasn't been a good season at all.
Kind of just seems like Little Miami doesn't have the intensity to win this game at the moment right now. I mean, as soon as they got into the attacking half, look what happened. They put one on the board. They just need to keep consistent with it.
I mean, it happened the first couple seconds of this game. Mason got on the board first. And it's just, you see their shoulders just kind of slumped for Little Miami, and just no confidence. So as Mason Lawrence Stone regains possession and looking to counter. That's Claire Bezinger, the freshman. Looking back for the freshman. And the ref will call the goal off for a whistle. Looks like she'll get a chance at a shot at the 8 arc. They got 8-1. Ava Mahoney, the sophomore, number 33, makes it 8-1 for Mason.
Beautiful finish from all the Mason Conway players today. It looks like the fans are happy with that one.
Yeah, this is becoming a rout early on. We're not even halfway through the first half. And Mason with a 7-goal lead as a 10th draw of the game. Let's get ready to start. It's Josie Young once again. We'll line up in the center. Yeah, Mason have had their fair share of blowout wins recently. At Olentangy, Lakota East, 18-4 wins, 18-3. Some double-digit wins there for Mason.
Seems like Mason's got to cut back on the fouls right there. The last couple of plays, looks like number 3 has been getting a lot of calls on him.
Yep. Looks like number 10 for Little Miami gives it away again. Ava Mahoney will take possession for Mason. Pass into the center. Good pass, Lawrence Stone, and that will just go past the goal.
Beautiful plays, working with each other, moving off the ball. Eventually, we're going to put them in as we see here.
Number 3 for Mason. Able to cradle. Couple moves there to Mahoney. Back to Mahoney. Wasn't able to complete the pass, but it's picked up by number 14. Lila Golitsky was able to pick up that pass. Pass to the X. Wasn't able to complete it, but she had a lot of time there to pick it back up.
I mean, honestly, you can see right there, these Mason players are not completing their passes, but they're not even getting pressured enough for them to care that much.
I mean, they have walking speed and able to pick up the ball. Looking to cut in. Ashlyn Lockhart. That's Josie Young looking to cut in. A couple contact there. Wasn't able to complete the pass. Lila Golitsky was able to recover that.
Mason looking a little sloppy right now. Even with an 8-1 lead, you don't want to ever lose it.
That shot there from Lawrence Stone will be picked up by Little Miami's goalie. It's a given away there, but now Little Miami from the X will look to take possession and try to get to Mason's end of the field. Looking to find any sort of option to get the pass off. Still going in. Looks like a foul's called and looks like a yellow. Mason. Not really sure about that. I didn't really see there was a lot of contact in that loop. But I think she had a couple of fouls, so maybe that was a final straw, maybe.
Yeah, I was about to say number 3 looked like she's been pushing a little all game, so I guess the ref had enough of that.
Yeah, that was number 3, Katie Bangs, a senior defender.
You always love the intensity, but of course you want to dial it back, especially when you're up 8-1.
Yep. Another giveaway from Miami.
Miami can't seem to scoop the ball up.
Good win there from Mason. That's Olivia Oler check backing in the game.
Great speed.
Looking for an option. Coach should give it to Ellie Semeni, who is committed to the University of Indianapolis. Mason does have a couple of commits on this team. Josie Young, Stenson University, like we said, Ellie Semeni, University of Michigan, Megan Carroll, who unfortunately can't play tonight because of injury, or a Hofstra. Sorry if I can't pronounce that right. And Sydney Minnick, the junior star, Eastern Michigan University. So a couple commits on this Mason team. Mason still has possession here. Back to Oler. Comes inside, that pass to Oler was just off. Mason able to scoop that back up. Oler. Cradles, looks for an option. It's Claire Davis, who was looking for option. Back to Lauren Stone.
Little Miami seeming to pick up a little bit of the intensity on defense, just a little bit though. Seem to marking their man a little more. But just like
wide
that,
open.
Just like that, Mason's good enough to break through it.
David Mahoney again, I believe.
Mason goal, number 33, Ava Mahoney.
And it is.
Just only a sophomore, very impressive.
Very impressive indeed. Make that 9-1 now for Mason, now an 8-goal lead.
This Mason team is looking at a bit of a young team. Not a ton of seniors on the team, but the future is looking kind of bright for the Mason girls lacrosse team.
Yep. Yeah, a couple senior stars, Sammy Connors, one of our own from Mason Sports Radio, and Megan Carroll weren't able to play tonight due to injury. Seems like Mason and I have been doing just fine, able to fill in their shoes tonight. An 8-goal lead. As that was Kate Cooper, the senior, on the draw there, instead of Josie Young. That is Cooper as well. Possession. Now here's Stone. Back to Cooper. Mason just have all the time in the world to work around both sides. Enjoying a lot of possession here. Pass inside. Looks like ref's going to call for Mason Ball to have a shot in the 8-meter arc. And that one will go on as well.
Mason goal, number 10, Ellie Semeni.
Ellie Semeni, we were just talking about her commitment. She gets Mason in double digits now, a 9-goal lead for Mason, 10-1. See Little Miami just talking to the coaches, trying to figure this out, try to stop the bleeding because it has just not gotten there from them at all in this first half, Luke.
I mean, Little Miami defenders just look defeated at this point, and I think a Little Miami the offense just look a little bored. Seems like coach needs to make a big decision here. I mean, honestly, you kind of look at the teams too. Little Miami, I think, only having about 17 players, where Mason has the whole high school on their bench.
Yeah,
I think you can kind of tell the difference in there.
Mason do have a quality roster from top to bottom, full of freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors.
Very incredible players.
Looks like Kate Cooper on the ground there after the draw. It's Olivia Oler now taking possession. Back to Semeni. Cooper. Looking for an option. It's Semeni again. Little Miami finally trying to get some pressure to Mason. Pass inside. Won't get off. That's number 2 from Mason. Zoe Crow, the senior. That'll be picked up by Anna Johnson. Ooh, the goal, that's given away. That's 11-1. Bad
Placing
pass from
goal,
Little Miami.
number 33, Ava Mahoney.
Taking that's Ava Mahoney. I believe that's her third goal of the game already.
And we will play under a running clock.
It's a beautiful pick from Ava, anticipating that pass and then able to capitalize it.
The clock will be running now, and now it's a double-digit lead for Mason. Almost shades of boys soccer versus Little Miami. Isn't that right, Luke Thomas?
That is right. Little Miami was our second away game. Lots of friends on that team.
Friends, yeah. This has been very similar. This first playoff game for Mason. That'll be Kate Cooper on this draw. I believe Mason has won every draw this game, except one. And they'll win that one.
Little Miami just can't seem to get those draws.
There's Livy Oler. Out to Kate Cooper. Here's some communication for Little Miami, but not much is being shown on the field. Pass inside and make that 12.
Beautiful move.
Ava Mahoney again.
Mason goal, number 33, Ava Mahoney.
I'm sure Coach is happy to have her as a sophomore only on varsity, scoring 4 goals in this game right now.
Yeah, what a show she's putting on.
I'm sure he's definitely happy to have her in her remaining years.
You know, like, you always love to have a close game, especially in the playoff games. But, you know, it's always good to have a blowout every once in a while, especially if you're a Mason Comets fan.
You don't see much too close games in the first round of the playoffs here in Mason usually. But, you know, it's a nice feeling